Let's do a quick run while the ads are running. Dude, it's taking a long time to load. So what do I have to do? Let's see. I have to gather resource and build a radar. Iron ingots. Copper plates. So I need to make copper plates. There's some copper over here. Uh, so I need to wait. Should I get one of? Nah, one should be enough. Okay. No face cam, so we don't see he was playing Factorial in sleep. One of those sentiments is true. I did not get much sleep. That is correct. Wait, how does so? This, and then I need wood. Uh huh. Okay. Yeah, it's very hot. It's very hot. I'm just like, I'm fucked. Copper. Okay. Copper. Copper plates. And then I can make 7. 7.5 is that thing. You can have like 6.5 copper plates. How does that work? Holy shit, I can make 2. I'm still trying to figure out like, okay, what's the catch? What's the catch? So far, there doesn't seem to be any catch. What the fuck? I don't understand. Okay. 2 radders. Okay, I think we beat the game. We beat the game, chat. I made 3 radders. Right? Use radars to scan the surrounding territory sector scanned. What does this do? No, I'm not low on power. Wait, how does it low on power? Where does it say I'm low on power? Oh. Wait. Yeah, but it's not bad, right? It's not bad. It may be low, but it's not low. Should I make another pump? Pump. Why I don't see it? Now you have two pumps. Bruh. Oh, I need... Do I need a boiler or a generator? What? Wait. Steam engine. Lascio me. Electro me.
High weight, NVM Earl stuff by.
Here. Oh shit. What if I... And then I... How do I... Wait. Is this taken out or put it in? So confused. Okay. Alright, it's all done. So what does this do exactly? Why does it say target full? Why is he lying? Okay. Uh, so slow. No! No! Wrong things, god damn it. Why would I make gun turrets? In what universe do I need more gun turrets? Chat, why is this so slow, bro? Yeah, I don't know what this scanning does. Sector scan, what does that even mean? Smog should locate it to southeast. Oh my god. Wait, it's the same map. What? Okay. I feel like this is too much. Not gonna lie. Like, this already feels overwhelming. Like, too much going on. Too much going on. Okay. Well, okay. I saved. Okay. Ugh. Has to think overwhelmed. True. Right. Where were we last time? Yeah, I was gonna say, even with this game, I'm overcomplicating things and I'm starting to get annoyed. You know? So I think the way we're gonna approach this is
Good morning, oh heyo, bom dia. We good?
true. Ugh. Hmm. I think we'll have to make this its own thing. So we're gonna have to use instantiate and Q3. The two things I said I'm not gonna use with this project. But I don't think there's any other way of doing it without it becoming a mess. So if that's the case, we have to make components. You already know the path. Come to the project manager with polling and bantering running paths. What do you mean? Projectile manager. Should I make a projectile manager? Is it even worth it? I don't even know. I mean, okay, let's think about this. Project manager, and that's where I do the movement, right? From from the target, from the monsters to the target. I trigger it from the project manager on the specific projectile, right? And then I add them inside. I move them. No, I just add them to. Uh, Add them to dictionary. Right. Because technically speaking, the location, it's done through a twin. I'm creating twins. So we only need one of these, and this will just keep creating twins to move the projectile. Okay. Does the projectile manager need to be an autoloader? Because I don't want it to be an autoloader. Well, it would be for each projectile. Because that's how you move. This function gets called every time, every 1 second. So this is a twin method which triggers a function in a loop. So it keeps triggering this every second. And that's how you get the projectile moving from A to B. Correct. Yeah. I mean, don't be too afraid to use twins because it's just as if you used an animation player or your own processing function. But with twins, you get some cool stuff you can work with. But yes, every time you create a twin, think of it as you're creating a while loop, a node with a while loop, and that creates and kills itself. Ideally, you would still want to make sure it gets killed. But I don't think you can see these ones. Like, I don't know what... It's not about the best way. I just don't know how to approach it. Because I'm trying to stay away from autoloaders. If I make a projectile manager, that means I have to make an autoloader. Right? Not really. Can I just make a script? Okay, let's see. Script. Projectile manager. Class name. You can have the game logic creative manager on demand. Yes, but how do I? Because then I still need a way to call and create those projectiles. Like, how is the monster going to know about the projectile manager? Zornish, how's it going? Like, how is this guy going to know? He wouldn't know, right? He would just send a signal or something.
Working on a new game or game 2, title misleading.
You don't call non-static functions foo on a class project directly. Make an instance instead. Well, I don't want to make an instance. So yeah, it will have to be something like... I'm trying to make a projectile manager, Zornish. Pulling my hair, working on those bots. Well, you don't have to think of them like bots. You can think of them like NPCs. Right, but we don't want to do that, Zornish. I don't want a global. Why not? Because it adds time to loading. Each one is like 1 extra second. Based on how beefy it is. I'm going to notice the loading of one GDScript. I am noticing it. That's the problem. Like, the game has nothing and I'm already noticing it. Look how much longer this takes. And this. Compare how before it was like instant almost. So what if it's static? Okay, so I can call statics. No way, I can call look. I can call statics. Wait, does that mean that me making it static, it's making it an autoloader? Wait, wait, no, because maybe it's the same effect. What am I twinning here? Are you sure? I mean, how much do you know about Godot, bro? Okay. Okay, let's see if that's correct. Because there is a way you can test. Why? Why does this keep calling? Okay. So, okay. So, but how would I use a static? Uh, is that even possible? Um, would I need to preload the projectile? Then I don't know. I'm just trying things. A fake singleton. Yeah, I could make it a fake singleton. It's still a node, correct? What if I use... What if I use... Can't I just use a script? And signals? We use a clean class. Can we attach signals? Can we just attach signals? Um, I guess. Hmm. I guess what I can do is make a node like this. Yeah, we can make singletons. Uh, Signals. We can use signals. But I was thinking, but how is the signal connecting to the project file manager? Because I think it has to be like an actual. It needs to be like a child in a node, I think, for this to work. Wait, let me try. Uh, Create mana visual signal. Connect. Now, now it doesn't work unless it's expecting it might be expecting something. No, it's not gonna work because this never triggers. This only triggers if it's an actual node in a scene. Eight bits, how's it going? Work trip was busy. You didn't miss much. It's just been very hot. Extremely heat. Oh my god. Yeah. So now, guys, I think the only way this could work is to make a just like with the resource manager. Ah, that's so annoying. That's so fucking annoying. And like this will connect. It's gonna connect like that. No? Really? What about... Wait, let me look a signal. Yeah, let's do this one. Usability signal. So it just needs a boolean. I think. Okay. Expected one argument, but call with two. Well, I think the idea is that it's working. I think. Wait, what am I doing? Just make a normal signal. Static. Test. Signal. Make. Like this. Okay, it's working. So I guess this would be the only way to do it. Because I can't think of any other way. Let me know. Not the only way. Go ahead. Tell me another way.
You any progress?
Any progress? I made some progress with your mom. Wow.
Toxic Streamer Classic.
Toxic screamer. Ah, so hot, man. Can't I just have this one? Can't you just give me this one? I see him doing this in the past when he tried Factorio. What do you mean I'm good at Factorio? We just played a bit of Factorio. I what you call it? I went to the next level. No, I didn't. We just got to it. Bro, Socas will not gift me a game. You don't understand. Socas doesn't buy games like that. I've been telling him to buy a $10 mic for like half a year, and he still hasn't bought one.
Me when MD boy and just stare at print function instead of doing anything.
It's not just printing functions, guys. I'm trying to think like is this even worth doing? You know?
Why do you look handsome today?
Oh well, thank you, sir. Thank you. Uh Yes. I'm not even sure if it's worth doing it like with um
That is a good hat.
signals. I'm not even sure if I should be doing it with signals.
The game would be already finished in Unity.
Well, it would be with signals. That's why we connected the signals to see if signals work. Yeah, but I just don't know. Honestly. Like all the things we did before, we're just having everything and never queue freeing and instantiation. It kind of goes out the window. It's now like if I'm doing this, it's like why did I do all this stuff? Like, what's the point of this? Makes me like rethink the whole thing. Mm. Mm. I'm just thinking, is there maybe a way? Because is there a way for the monster to know about the projectile manager? Or mm, or the monster container? Go full Java? Sure. Yeah, let's go full Java, guys. Let's go full Java. Java, here we come. Mm. Although I'm Googling. Because you still have to instant. So even if we go this route, in here we are still. So you still want the bullet as a preload. And then you're still instantiating the bullet. If you want to be pedantic about it, you could also say each enemy should know what bullet you should spawn in case you want different ones in the future. Yeah.
Chat, why is he hiding his face?
The question is, how do we get rid of the signal?
He went full bold and is shy.
Because I don't think signals are needed. I don't think we need signals. I think
Mr. D comments. You went bald again?
now we do need signals. Because how else you gonna how else you going to how else you going to how else you gonna spawn it? Because you don't have access. The monster doesn't have access to it. Holy moly. Relax, guys. Right. Um, you love the clouds. Thank you. Yeah, I do need to manage it myself. That's the problem. It's like to go from the mob, right, triggering the attack, to the manager, there's nothing between them. Obviously, if you had a singleton, you could have just did the class name, spawn projectile, easy peasy. I think, what do I think? What do I think? So if we look at the signal, right? How come this works? How come? Oh, because I'm calling, because it is making it static. Interesting. Okay. Well, definitely not gonna do that. I think so. What do I think? What does the boy think? Um, there may just not be a way around it, right? I have to make a manager, a fake autoloader manager. Like in Farm Boy. Because that's what we had to do in Farm Boy, is make our own custom autoloader. That wasn't an autoloader. It was like a fake autoloader. There was nothing in it. But is this also a bad way of doing it with signals? Like, how slow are signals? How slow are Godot signals? Signals are very slow, takes several frames to trigger. Signals are delivered immediately, just like a function call. They take a tiny bit more CPU time. Oh, because of the connections. Huh. Yeah, maybe let's not use signals. Man, I hate doing this. Okay.
D-Boy is richer than me, he can afford it for sure.
There's our first node.
D-Boy why no camera?
Okay. And we are doing it inside the forest. That's where we're gonna do it. And that's gonna give us access to the project manager. And then we can just do whatever we want. Spawn whatever we want to spawn. So Kyle, how's it going? Hello. He's rich as me. He can afford it. What? I'm just poor. What? Struggling dev. What? What's going on? Is bro playing Factorio again? I did play a bit, yeah. Signals is basically. Have a nice day. I'm not ignoring chat. Um, but yeah. But I also don't like doing it this way. That's the problem. Because now you're gonna have a different issue. The bigger the managers get, the bigger the load gets. Make sense? Now we can get rid of this. I may even move the resource manager to the game manager. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like doing it this way. It's such a weird way of doing it. Such a weird way. Yeah, but you're still emitting a signal, bro. I'm just gonna skip all that and going straight from monster to the projectile manager. You just overcomplicated, and you also added a bunch of time. Yeah, signals are not bad. I'm just gonna go this way. I just skipped. We need to ask Sockhouse. 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 Sockhouse.
Mr. Delegation Boy.
How do you deal with projectiles? Do you have a manager? Do you just spawn them?
Oh, now he wants to chat. Only when he needs something from me.
True, true, true. Tell us. Do you just do it straight from the NPC? So you have a singleton manager. So are you using like no, they're not instant. They still have to look for all the connections. Yeah, it's a different problem, but it's still, yeah, I read it. It's still, they're still like, so are you doing something like this then? Where you basically have a manager in the back, where you have a singleton?
Mr. Disorder Boy.
Yeah. So yeah, and then inside it, you have a bunch of stuff. Like inside the projectile manager, you do a bunch of stuff. Do you preload? Do you preload the projectiles in the projectile manager? How does the projectile manager know where to add the bullet, know where to add the projectile? Because it will need to come like in its own container, I think. No, that's not what I'm talking about. No, it's not about position. It's about It's about the node. How do I tell it to go in there? So var and then I have to maybe do something here.
I sent you pic in Discord.
Like this.
I sent you feet pic in WeChat.
You have a layer. Okay. Game manager projectile layer self. Projectile pools. Okay.
I don't auto-load mine. I access it through the game manager autoload.
Yeah. Oh, right. So wait a second. How are you not? Well, no, you are.
I just wanted to say good morning and go farming on Relink and play some Mass Effect. What am I doing?
So I'm doing the same thing, right? So the only thing that is auto loaded is this game manager, right? And inside it, it's empty. Why can't I go inside? Dude, it's just this. And you're doing kind of the same thing, except in yours you called it project layer. So yours is game manager project layer. For me, it's game manager project manager. But wait a second.
Hello.
Wait. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. Panda Coder with the 1 bit. Hello! Oh my god, it's 1 bit. Holy shit. Jesus Christ. God damn it. How's it going? But Sockhouse, what happens if you Because you have a problem. Are you overwriting your own projectile layer every time you go back in? Because I think you are. So every time you come back into that, wherever the projectile layer is, you're basically rewriting it. You never unload it. So how do you unload it? Do you just nullify it? Sam Samos, welcome in. 1 bit is more than D-Boy made on the game itself. There you go. True. Right. I think, yeah, I think the, I think, yeah, I think, yeah, I think many things, and I think a lot of things, and, yeah.
BRB pooping, D.
Okay, right. That's okay. Pooping, right. Great. Jesus Christ. Okay. Chat. What Sockhouse doesn't know is that while he's pooping, we're gonna quickly complete one of the levels, and he's gonna miss it. He's gonna miss it. He's gonna feel so bad. It's over. Pow, pow, pow. What do I have to do? Research something to help me protect from the enemies.
You fucker. Still playing tutorial?
No. I was gonna. No, we're not playing. Right. Project manager. Well, let me try the way Sockhouse does it, because I feel like that makes sense. So he basically has a game manager and the game, which we also have a game manager.
If D-Boy achieves sending the rocket, I buy Farm Boy easy.
How can I achieve sending the rocket?
Working hard in Godot or hardly
can I do that in the
Godot
tutorial?
and just fooling
in the demo?
around in Cractorio.
Working hard in Godot or hardly working in Godot and just fooling around in Cractorio. Thank you, Panda Coder. Thank you so much. Another beat. Thank you, sir. Holy shit. Amazing. Right. So it's like Sockhouse is not even calling it projectile manager. He just calls it, he calls it projectile.
If D-Boy launches the rocket, I will be a Factorio loser with 265.6 hours and 0 launched rockets.
He calls it projectile layer. Right. If D-Boy launches the rocket, I will be a Factorio loser with 126,756.6 hours in and 0 launch the rockets. Well, how can I launch? I cannot launch because I'm playing the demo. The demo, look.
I call it later instead of manager because it doesn't really manage the projectiles. Just grabs them from pools and reparents them. I play Factorio like I develop games. start from scratch every time I open the program.
Refactory like I develop games, start from scratch every time I open the program. Jesus. I call it later instead of manager because it doesn't really manage the projectiles. Just grabs them from pools and represents them. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Bro, just buy it. You made 3M from Farm Boy.
What
it
you
says in the
talking
wiki
about?
and Steam.
What do you mean 3M? What are you even saying? There's 48 people on in the game. What are you talking about?
You can't fool us. We know.
Can't you see how happy I am for 1 bit? That's the most I ever made in this month. Right. So here's the problem with
You're happy
this.
because we are feeding the rich. Are you Pokemon but male?
Here's the problem with this. Because I see what you're doing, you're basically connecting the whole thing. You basically want me to connect projectile container. Yeah, projectile layer. But the problem I have is that the forest is just one stage. Right? So this does not work. Because I have different stages. So does that mean the projectile layer needs to be outside of my stage? For this to make sense? For this to make sense, it will have to be in game UI, right? Just like the SFX manager. It's gonna have to be in here, and in here is where the forest is too. So if you go in the forest, what you see here, yeah. Stop crying. So would they have to be like this? Am I gonna have to put it here? Stockhouse?
Classic D-boy getting other devs to dev his game.
Hey! Beep star!
I'll def ask for a cut of the another 3M he'll make here.
For 488 total reviews, I feel like that means you probably have anywhere between 1,000 and 5,000 cells, which is like 7,000 to 350,000 euros, and on the upper end of that range, that's 3 million euro cents. What? What? Does that make any sense? Oh no, Sokas left us. Fuck. Okay. Any Godot experts in chat? Hello? Mm. Lives. Projectile layers lives on my minigame scene.
Can't a man poop in piss?
Yeah, so it's basically it lives in the game container. But the problem I have is that the forest is just a stage, which means if I go by this logic, then technically it needs to live in the game container. Just like my SFX manager.
In Python, we have something called Whist Comprehension. Q, we have Dida Boy with weaving incomprehension. Kapanya.
Who did that? Who did that? How dare you? How dare you? Do you not have 10 bits? Huh? Are you a broke boy? Where is it? Did I save it? I did.
You can't call other people broke when you can't afford Factorio.
Why? Sokas, why did you... Somebody's talking. Why would you TTS while somebody's talking? God damn it.
I knew you were Imani but male.
Guys, can you stop talking?
Why not?
You are ruining the bit.
Interrupt.
Oh my god. Guys. Let
No
there we go.
Kimane.
There we go. You're welcome. Right. Thank you so much for the bits. Thank you. Noki main.
Thank you so much for the bits. Sounds like he's about to stop streaming. Do they have B-days in Romania?
Thank you for the bits. Thank you. So, Sockhouse, then, technically speaking, if we go by your setup, my projectile layer does not live inside the forest. It needs to live inside the game container. Because the game container kind of is the minigame, right? Because if it lives inside the forest itself, which is just a stage, what was I gonna say? Or maybe I should keep it in the forest. Like, just have it in the forest, and every time you leave the forest, you nullify it. So I just nullify
You
it.
should take a nice walk in the forest.
Right? Every time you leave and enter, you add it, and then you kill it. But that's gonna be a lot of like back and forth doing this all the time.
The only pro to keeping it on the game node is the preloaded projectiles will stay loaded.
Yeah, that's the issue. One bit per TTS is infinite times the amount of bits he'd be getting from my TTS. Otherwise true.
Here's what you do. Make the manager that holds all the projectiles live on the game node.
Make the manager that holds all the projectile live on the game mode.
Then in the forest level have a projectile layer node 2D that the projectiles get added to as childs.
Right. Hmm. I'm trying to understand. Yeah. To me, it doesn't make sense. Also, another thing that doesn't make sense is because I keep going back and forth. We're going between the forest, the village, the forest, the village, then the cave. So if we keep going between the levels, wouldn't it make more sense that it's just living here in the game container? But then I have an issue with layering, right? Like, then I'm gonna have an issue with the layering of the...
What you could do in that case is just regenerate the projectile pools when you load the forest scene.
Right. Hmm. I think we need to play a bit of Factorio to understand the issue. Hmm. Well, it's not just about like, oh, 200 projectiles. It's more also about learning things. Because you can, if you come with that logic, or it's just 200 projectiles, then why even bother with a projectile manager? Just spawn them directly from the mob. Like you can literally just make a function on the mob to spawn the projectiles and be done with it. Craft and build a lab. Oh no. He wants me to build a lab. You need PhD for a lab? Can be that bad. Here's how you have to think about it. If D-Boy can do it, so can you.
If you don't use a projectile manager, your game will have projectile dysfunction.
That is true. So, how do I build a lab? Iron gear wheel. Lab. Well, that was easy.
We need a points redeemed get back to Factorio also.
Where do I put
And
the
if you want
lab?
to go deeper, you could even GPU render it and process only the
Labs
position
will
and
consume
collision through
science packs
code.
and use
And
them
here
to
we have 1M
research the
projectiles while keeping 60
Oh my
FPS
god.
kappa.
Well, I missed it. What did he say? Something about something? Uh, what the fuck is this? Stone wall. What? Oh no.
Yeah, something kappa, something kpu, something lab, something factorio redeem. Why's he playing like a 5-year-old who just got a Switch?
Um, I know how shoot. I know how to shoot. Huh? What do I need to do?
Imagine playing Factorio when its big brother exists.
How do I get science packs?
I've not played an automation game that matches Factorio, none of them.
How do I get science packs?
Assembler.
Assembler. I don't have one.
Why are you manually feeding coal still? Fix that would take 10 seconds.
Oh. Uh-huh. Ooh. Okay. Okay. One. How do I...
Took 2 hours to understand the projectile
Wow.
manager idea. We are talking about 10 days here.
Done. Holy shit, I'm good. Okay, relax. Stop. Okay. Wait. Wait, what? Wait, I'm confused. Did we not do it? Wait. I thought we did it. Wait, I don't get it. Oh, here. Right. Okay.
BTW, if you hold left click on power poles it will auto place them to connect your buildings so you don't have to keep clicking.
Oh my god, it's so goddamn hot. Yeah, D-Boy has the best community. True. True and real. Look at this. Chat, we are almost completing the tutorial. Look at that. We're making stone walls. Okay. Now we have stone walls. Stone walls. What do I do with stone walls? What? What do you mean? What? I need to make walls?
With stone walls you just buy the full game and play it instead.
True! Thank you for the 1 bit. Holy moly. Okay. Wait, I'm confused. Where's my wall? Oh, here. Wait. Wait. Stone. What's this?
I dig
Wait.
my hole, you build a wall.
Where is... Wait. Wait. How do I collect? How do I collect? Wait, how do I collect?
Wow, D-Boy finally making an interesting game. ONVM, it's
How do I collect?
Factorio.
How do I collect the copper? Not copper, the F? Oh, F.
Guys, how does he collect?
True, true, true. F, F, F. Right? Right, right, right. And now we get... Well, we have turrets. We literally have turrets. Who's gonna attack us?
D-Boy's the only guy who plays an automation game and does it all manually.
I'm so confused.
You have turrets?
I have bricks. Stone. What? How do I make walls?
Homemade bricks?
Oh. What? Dude.
Please, make the next game a furry factory game.
How do I get rid of this? Okay. Right. So I need to do...
D-Boy couldn't make this not in 100 years.
How do I... If I do this like this, is this going to... Can they shoot above it? You can. Great. I'm a genius. I'm a genius. Wait.
What are you shooting, step brah?
Hold on. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Perfection. Guys, you're underestimating my ability. You think I couldn't make this in 100 years? Or like 200 years? Right. Like that. Automobile. How do I start?
He's making a wall like he is trying to optimize his game right now. He doesn't need wall in
how do I
tutorial like he
start?
doesn't need optimization in the game he's making.
Steel.
D-Boy is shooting hot globs of metal.
Look at that. Okay. Well, I mean, okay, cool. Cool, very cool game. Very cool game, cool.
BTW D-Boy, a serious question, the Switch version of Farm Boy is being handled by third party?
Yes. Who else would it be handled by? Right.
You could handle your bar versions yourself. I mean, do it yourself, lazy bum.
You cannot do it yourself. Ugh. You need a license.
Of course you can, you just need to have a strong will. And ditch Godot.
It's not about Godot, it's about the publishing license. We don't have one. Guys, I think once we get to 12 bits today, I think we can end stream. I think I did my job.
Ask it, Nintendo would be amazed by your game and give it one. Then borrow the div kit for 5k USD. Mr. D-Boy Subscriber Association, wants to remind you are obligated to use your webcam. Not fulfilling this requirement may result in subscriber exodus.
Why are you guys not every day has to be a webcam day, right? Not every day has to be a webcam day, right? I feel like that's crazy. You know?
Not every day has to be a webcam day, but today does.
Projectile there.
Mzum.
Last name, projectile layer. At this point, I'm just yoinking code. Uh, oh my god, Neferani is using bits. That's crazy. You know, maybe we should play Powwold.
He doesn't use a webcam to hide all the hickeys that all the fangirls farm girls gave him last night.
Exactly.
Oh no, he's yoinking it now on stream, try to give himself a mass exodus. Paul World, yeah, let's heat the place up. Yeah, now I don't even have money for the toilet paper anymore. Here comes the cleaning hand, guess.
But that doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense, right? Or does it? Oh, okay. It is an Otsudi.
Do you need post-nut clarity to code this? We can give you time.
Oh no, he's yoinking it now on stream. Try to give himself a massive exodus. What? I'm not yoinking on stream.
He is opting for post but cracked Oreo. Yeah, you do.
Have you guys seen this one?
That's what someone yoinking would say.
God, it's so goddamn hot.
No cam equals yoinking it.
That cannot be true. Are you telling all the streamers don't use a face cam? They're all yoinking. All the VTubers, all the, you know, everyone. They're just yoinking all day long.
D-boy no cam equals yoinking it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's a huge yoink parade.
Right. It's a D-boy issue. True.
I'm sure Lyric Link's on stream and we don't even know. Boy yoinking the D.
That's, stop it. Stop it. Why is there an export here?
Flip flap 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 flip flap.
So many nodes.
I'm not yoinking, so there's nothing to stop, and I am not going to stop you from yoinking
Why is
it.
there no? Why is there a project?
Flappity flap.
Why is there a? Why is there a export here? Don't you know? Wait. Yeah, no, you don't. Ah, okay. Wait, I have an idea. Now, okay, we're gonna try the idea later.
You asked why there was an expert? TMI.
That's why there was an export. TMI, true. Export, not export. Not an export, an export. There's a difference.
Export?
I feel like there's a bunch of pools here. Interesting.
Hi, when using my Prime I was under the impression this was a streamer that uses his webcam when streaming. What a letdown. Open dboy broken promises.txt.
No, 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 no. Listen, there are no broken promises here at D-Boy Enterprise. There's just broken dreams. Broken dreams. Uh, you know? Why hasn't this been reset?
Open dboy broken dreams.txt. Go on.
There we go.
He hid his cam to hide the 3 million cash on the table.
He hides his can to hide the 3 cash on the table. True, true, true. Right. So var pools dictionary type pool. Where's this pool coming from? Okay. Pool type spike projectiles node projectiles pool spike, projectile, pool. And this is how he's doing it. Interesting. Hmm. Interesting. Okay, so there's a pull node to the type pulls, get nodes from the pool. Okay. Right, so there's a okay. So he has like a backend. Okay, there's a backend going on here. There's a backend, but we don't have a backend yet. So we don't have pull, and we don't have pull node to the. So we need to make a backend for that. Get node from pool. We also so I'm guessing there's like a dictionary inside the pool, probably. And then there's this function, so you're getting whatever node is in there. How could it ever be empty? Is this a thing? No, this is gonna be a function inside the pool or inside the projectile. Okay. Reparent. Return. Is this overkill? Is this all? Pool. So this is a pool, right? You're looking at a pool. 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 So we are looking at a pool. So that's a pool. And this is the projectile speed. This is the projectile right here. Okay. So inside the pool, we're going to have get node from pool. Wait, what? So we have a function has, and I'm guessing we have a I'm guessing we have an ARI, right? And if I look at this correctly, this is a return, right? So we have to return whatever we get, pick random, let's say. Wait, how do I do this? Um, like this. That doesn't make any sense. Wait, was that correct? I forgot how to do. Yeah, no, this is correct. Okay. But it can also return null. Whoa, I'm so smart. Holy shit. Whoa, I'm impressed with myself. But what does this mean? Does this mean reparent? Is that a function?
Prob because you played
Oh
the
my god, it is a
Factorio.
function. Changes parent of this node to a new parent. Oh, is that a good thing? Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing?
When pooling from an array, it's better to get from the last position available instead of randomly, as it can't cause shifts.
Pop. Is it pop back? Yeah, I think the pop back, right? That is the last position. So this thing is going to give us
That's it, nice.
the projectile. Wait, we're not done. Wait. What I don't get. Hold on. What I don't get.
Because imagine if you had a pool of 10.000 projectiles warmed. Then you remove the projectile at index 4998. You would move the other 4K projectiles indexes.
How do I add? How does the node go inside the pool? Do I have to do it? I'm guessing I have to do it. Func add projectile. I'm gonna have to pass the type, right? The type and the projectile. And then I'm gonna have to add node to pull projectile. Then I'm gonna have to come back here. Not as. Projectile. Append. Projectile. Projectile. Hide. Projectile. Global position. Vector 2. 0. Right? Maybe. So if we are looking at this correctly, request add. We're not done. Because if this is empty, we have to create a projectile. I think. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Var instantiate return new. Huh. Right, but how do I pre-bake? One thing I still don't quite understand is, am I supposed to be removing the projectiles from the active projectiles? But no, that's bad. I think. We tried this. We did this test with remember guys when we did that test with the NPCs zoning between zones? This is exactly what we experimented. Adding and removing childs. So we would move like between two nodes. We would move the childs, and it was causing so much overhead and CPU usage that it was not worth it. I would rather, instead of reparent, if I understand this correctly, instead of adding and removing projectiles, you just hide them and deactivate them. Instead of removing them, wait. I think the reason this is a thing is because, wait, we are dumbasses. Wait. The reason he's doing it like that is because this does not know where it needs to go. So that makes sense. Because we are creating it, we are returning it, right? But it doesn't know where it needs to go. So what the reparent does, this only applies to things we newly create. I don't think it shouldn't do anything else if it doesn't have to. So if it's already in active projectiles, it shouldn't do anything. Now, my question is, how do I pre-bake? Unload. Okay, so just func ready for I in range 20. Let's make it a function. Setup spikes. No, setup projectiles